Paris. I have a photo shoot this morning and I'm running to the Eiffel Tower. Do you see it? Okay, photo shoot is done. Now I'm gonna go get a croissant from a bakery and just be a tourist. I'm so excited. I literally can't get sick of this view. Like, the Eiffel Tower is beautiful. Oh my God. Do you see it? Goal of today is to eat as many croissants as possible. Let's see if I can do that. When I was younger, we used to go on camping trips with one of our really close family friends. We'd all sit around the fire, and I remember we'd play this game where we'd go around in a circle and ask each other, okay, if you were stuck on an island, what is one food that you would bring with you and consume basically for your time on the island? It was always such a hard question to answer because I love food. But you guys, after going to this bakery in Paris, I can confidently say that I would consume this almond croissant for the rest of my life if I was stuck on an island, and I would be perfectly happy. This was the best croissant in the world, and I still have dreams about it. On the inside of that almond croissant, there is a filling that will literally make your taste buds explode with happiness. I wanted to go back the next day, but they were sold out. That's how you know this place does not mess around. Plus, the line was not super long, which means it's definitely a local spot, not a tourist spot. That was literally the best croissant I've ever had in my life. And then there were almonds on top, and then on the inside there was like this gooey almond sweet like glaze situation going on. Was just perfect. Like, the texture of the croissant was flaky and buttery and a little bit crispy, and every bite I was like, oh my, I was like having a heart attack. Like, it was so good. This pastry I had in Paris, best pastry I've ever had in my life, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, and I'm a tough critic, so that means a lot. I think there's like a run or something going on, or some sort of like race. Everyone's cheering over here. I need to get to the other side though, because that's where the Louvre is, so I gotta figure out how to get there. When I lived in Chicago, I was so proud of myself if I walked 10,000 steps in a day. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm setting records. This is amazing. If I went for a run, I'd make it a little bit over 10,000 steps, and I thought that was a big deal for me. Well, that 10,000 steps a day record was put to shame when I came to Paris. You guys, I was literally walking 30,000 steps a day. And I was not complaining about it because the views in Paris are absolutely beautiful, pretty much no matter where you go. I was walking through this beautiful garden to get over to the Louvre, and I was just blown away. There was this cool fountain too, and all these pretty chairs everywhere. That's something I also love about Paris. The chairs, the benches, there's so many places to sit and enjoy the city, which I love. Other countries, there's not a ton of seating, so you have to like sit on the floor or like a staircase or something. So I just really admire that about Paris. At first, I thought this was the Louvre and that's how big it is. But there's actually a bigger one right here, which is the main one. And then also another one over here, which is another mini one. Okay, so the place I was trying to go to for a croissant, they had the longest line ever of people. And they're like, no more chocolate croissants or normal croissants. You have to have a reservation to get a croissant. Like, I was literally blown away. I'm gonna go to another place. Next on the agenda was Eric Kaiser, and I got a beautiful almond croissant, or so I thought. This thing was very filling and very thick and heavy. It kind of tasted like a pancake in my opinion. It wasn't like that other one that I had. Okay, so I got this croissant. I thought this was the almond one, but it's not. I think there's like chocolate in it. It's like burned. It kind of tastes like a pancake. After that week croissant, I had to continue my journey of being a tourist within Paris. So I went to this place called Galeries Lafayette, and there's a ton of designer shops in here. One of the things I wanted to see was obviously the clothes and shoes and bags and whatnot. They decorate the ceiling of the mall with like this really cool artwork and stained glass as well. So I wanted to check that out, and it was cool. But then I left because I got bored. Okay, I feel like everyone in France is so nice. Even people walking on the street, like everyone just says like bonjour or they smile, like it's refreshing. I was walking and one of the bakeries I wanted to go to was closed because of siestas, so I ended up going to Paul. This is such a flashback moment for me because I went to Paul when I was in Nice, France, and I fell in love with Nice. So it was a nice little moment for me. I got a beautiful buttery pastry. It was light, airy, fluffy, crispy. It did everything it was supposed to. I really did enjoy it. If you didn't know, there's a competition every year that all the bakeries compete to see who can make the best baguette. In 2012, this bakery actually won first place, and I just had to go inside. So I actually got the baguette the next day, but for right now, I just had to continue on with my little trend here of trying all the different croissants around Paris. I did not like that stick of cheese and meat. I thought it was kind of gross. Croissant was good. It was just heavy. Again, I just wanted that almond croissant, like the first one I had. It was just phenomenal. Good morning. I just took a nap. I was so tired. I literally got pretty much no sleep last night because my Airbnb host for my place I'm not going to tell you where I'll be in September, basically canceled the reservation, so I was freaking out trying to find a new place. It just wasn't a good vibe, so. Drinking some coffee, I'm going to edit a YouTube video. For my second to last night in Paris, I wanted to try a traditional French steakhouse for dinner. So I found this amazing restaurant. The reviews were saying there's no reservations and you have to wait in line. And many times the line could be about 1 hour. I am a pretty dedicated person when it comes to really good food. And historically, I've stood in line to get gelato for like north of 20 minutes, and so I was like, an hour should be worth it if it's going to be a great dinner. So I literally brought a book and stood in line, and it was amazing. The funny thing is, the restaurant doesn't even have a menu. The only thing the server asks you when they come to your table is, how do you want your steak? And that's it. There's no, what do you want as an appetizer? What do you want as your main? That, like, they serve one thing and one thing only: steak, fries, and sauce. I guess it's 3 things, but the salad was fine, the bread was fine, but the steak and fries were amazing. Just absolutely amazing. Those fries you're probably supposed to eat with a fork, but I just was eating them with my hands, which is probably very American of me, but whatever. I just had to get dessert, and this thing looked beautiful. I didn't even want to eat it. It was just a moment. And I could see the Eiffel Tower from my seat. It was so cool. The Eiffel Tower is so pretty at night. Oh my god. Do you see it?
Appalachian sunrise meets my skin. Even with my eyes still closed, I can feel it coming in. Golden, golden, I'll follow only golden, golden. Golden.
I am athletic. Yeah? What do you do? Do you run? Lift? Swim?
Et le vélo.
And ride the bike?
Ouais, ça bien.
Yeah.
Ouais, c'est bien.
Do you run?
Non, vélo.
But do you? Do you run or no?
Non.
No.
Rainbow trout and
Just no.
À ski?
You ski?
Non.
No.
Non. Moi, je
Okay.
fais vélo
Just the bike?
et gym
Gym?
Gym.
Like weights? Yeah.
et
And swim?
natation.
Yeah.
Ouais.
golden things.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Traduction. Je voyage et tout. Génial. Bravo.
Yeah.
Super.
Ooh.
Je suis allé à Nice, France
Yeah.
aussi et j'ai adoré.
It's so
Avez-vous
pretty.
été là?
Have you been there?
Avez-vous été là?
Wait.
Je suis avec mon ami ici à Paris, mais partout. Tu es marié? Marié? Non. D'accord.
I would wear the
Tu es
ring.
célibataire.
Are you?
Ok. Moi aussi.
Are you?
C'est l'effet de bonheur pour vous.
Okay, so this is definitely like the latest I've ever gone home. And it's way past my bedtime.